Hey guys, what's up? My name is Keara if you're new here. And I'm back at it again with another back to school video. I think this is going to be my last video in this series because, like I mentioned in my last video, I graduated college and I'm really not going back to school, but I've gone back to school enough times to kind of give you guys a few tips and tricks on what to bring, not to bring, and how to pass your college classes. So yeah, I'm gonna set this camera down because it's on a tripod and it's kind of hurting my arm. Make it a little casual for you guys on this lovely, well, it'll be Sunday when you guys watch this, so right now it is actually Friday. But yeah, so let's get right on into this. So as you can tell from the title, there are 5 tips that I have for you to pass your online classes this fall. As we all know, I think most, if not all of us, had transitioned to online classes this past spring. And I think from that, especially during my senior spring semester, I kind of learned some tips and tricks to share with you all. They're just 5 basic tips, but I really do think that if you follow these tips and tricks, can I stop saying that? It will help you pass your online classes this fall. So yeah, anyways, one quick side note, I have been loving making these little calendars. This is the 3rd one I'm making. This is August calendar. Here's a close-up. But basically, I just found this template online on, I think it was Pinterest. I can link it down below if you guys want it. But I just fill in my workouts for basically every day of the month. And it's nothing too crazy, it's just kind of like an outline, like Sundays are rest days, and then Mondays are upper body, Tuesdays are full body, so it's not like strict, like Monday you're doing this, and this workout. It's kind of like, okay, Monday, let's like make sure to focus on like this part of your body, like upper body, duh. I really think it has motivated me to work out because I made one in June and July, and I've stuck to it all, so literally every day I just cross it out with a marker and it is great. Number 1, I would highly suggest this, is to set up your own space. I know you can see my desk is right over here, it's next to my bed, but I've had this desk since high school and I've done way too much schoolwork at this desk. I'm the type of person that I need to separate my living from my workspace. I know that was one thing I hated in college, like freshman year in the dorms, and then the rest of my college career when I moved into an apartment, into a house, because your desks always came with your bedroom and I don't like that. It stresses me out and I feel like I don't get as much work done, but I don't know the whole situation. I don't know if libraries are going to be fully opened or at full capacity. I know at least in college when I was in the dorms, there's like study rooms for us, like 2 on each floor. So if you have that, go into that and do some work. If you have a lounge, we also had a lounge on our floor. I would sometimes go into the lounge if the study rooms were full. If not, if you have to work at your desk in your room, maybe like put on some nice calming music just so that you can really focus. If you're not in dorms, maybe go into your kitchen and do some work in your kitchen, as long as like no one else is there to distract you. But like for me this past spring, I don't know if you guys, or if some of you guys are staying home, I did a lot of my work at my kitchen table. That's where I kind of set up my space, and my sister kind of stayed in her room most of the time, so we were very separated and I wasn't like near her to like talk to her. My TV was off downstairs, so I just like was zoned into my own space. And yeah, I know it kind of will be hard this year, but just try. I know not everyone has like so many rooms or so much spaces, but like maybe just like dedicate this one area or this one corner of your room, of your dorm room, of your house, of your apartment, wherever, for you and for your work only. Like don't do anything else there, or else like it might like distract you. I don't know. That's just me, but again, you do you. Number 2 is set a work schedule. I know my online classes this past spring, once they like switched over to online, was kind of like do it at your own pace, but have it in by like this deadline. And I kind of still stuck with, okay, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat breakfast, and then after breakfast, okay, let's say it's like from 10 to 12, I'm gonna do some work, or I'm gonna do work for this one class, or I'm gonna read this textbook or whatever. And then I would have lunch, and then I would do more work from like 1 to 4, and then that was kind of it most part. I was a senior, so I didn't have that many classes and that much work to do. Set a schedule so that you're not sleeping in until noon and then having your first meal at noon and then still having to stay up and do work until like 1 a.m. Like, why don't you make the most of your time, add in a workout, add in stuff for yourself, but that way you can like stay up later and watch TV rather than actually be miserable and do work. I don't know. 3 is remove distractions. I kind of get distracted, not too much, not as much as some people, but my phone is a huge distraction. The second I get a notification, I'm the type of person that has to look at my phone almost immediately. Worst part would be half the time I'm checking my phone, the notifications are for like a news update. Maybe put your phone away, put it on do not disturb, put it in a different room, turn off your TVs. I don't know, you figure out what you need to do and what works best for you, but I work very well with some music in the background. Nothing too crazy or else I get distracted with the lyrics too. But remove distractions. I know it's hard. You might be at home doing work and your family's home, or your roommate might be in your dorm room with you and you might want to chat with them, but kind of just like remove yourself and zone yourself into what you're doing so that you can get things done more efficiently. Number 3. Kind of going along with this calendar, make a calendar for your deadlines. At the beginning of each semester, I had a wall calendar, or you can use your phone. I don't know if you want to use like Google Calendars or get an agenda, but I would write down every due date that I had, like from all my syllabi, and write them down. Every test, I would color code each class so that like, okay, I know Tuesday I have a test for like my economics class, and next Thursday I have a paper due for my history class or whatever. That way I would know in advance rather than have to constantly flip back through my syllabus and try to figure out when my homework was due or when this paper was due or everything. That way it's just like right in front of you, and my calendar was always on the wall in front of my desk, so I had to see it every time I was doing work. But yeah, I think that was very helpful. That way I don't push things off too much because I know next week I have something due. And number 5 is to take it seriously. I was a second semester senior, so I really didn't care too much because I knew I was graduating, but I still put in the effort to make sure I got on the dean's list. Or if you want to set a goal for yourself to like get on the dean's list or get a certain GPA or like get certain grades in some classes, take it seriously, because after all, it is college. You're paying a ton of money to attend these classes, even if most of them are going to be online. But either way, it's still a class, it's still your degree, and it's still money going down the drain if you aren't taking it seriously and you are failing these classes. Reach out to people if you do think you're struggling. I know there's a lot of things online that you can reach out to, or like counselors at your school. I don't know if some of them might be working over the phone or something too. So there's plenty of people around you to talk to speak to, your friends, your family, if you are struggling. And I know it's going to be a huge change this semester. I'm so sorry for all of you that have to go through that. Take it slow, take it serious, and just be calm, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's coming next, and hopefully everything fixes itself before we know it, and that way we can go back to living how we are used to, and maybe even so more improved than how we used to be living. But anyways, I know this video was super short. I wanted to make it short and sweet for y'all. But if you liked it, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to this video. And if you really want to, click the notification bell to be notified when I post. I post every Sundays and Wednesdays. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!